Yep, they probably wasn't going to pay Mark Ingram, but the suspension for Mark Ingram, I think, was performance enhancing drugs, whatever it may be. May have been a blessing in surprise. I know he's down there working at FAU with Lane Kiffin, and working out down there. And the Saints is missing him, okay? The running game suffered in week 1. It was more Kamara catching the ball out the backfield. It suffered in week 2 versus the Cleveland Browns. We back with the Boston Clinic and more, showing some love to the Saints come marching in down in New Orleans. And I think Mark Ingram is missed. I think his point is proven. You just can't replace me with any old running back. And me and Kamara are a duel. And I was just as important as Kamara was last year, even though he got more of the glitz and the glamour and more of the pizzazz and flash in the pan plays. And I just did my job in softening the defense up. And it's showing that him softening the defense up between the tackles was a very, very integral part. And for years, Mark Ingram was probably considered a borderline bust. And it wasn't because of Mark Ingram. It was because Sean Payton just didn't want to use him the right way. I believe Sean Payton was a very, very integral part in the reason Reggie Bush didn't develop in the NFL. They didn't use Reggie Bush. They did commit to the run. All they did was pass. Use Pierre Thomas and other running backs as a rotational backfield. And Mark Ingram, and you know him from college, was a guy that needed carries to get in the rhythm, get better and better. And that's why AP didn't work in New Orleans. He's a workhorse. Every running back ain't fit to be in a running back by committee. Okay. Now Mark Ingram is working better with Kamara because they work they work really well together. You know, it's a great duo. You know what I'm saying? But when you throw 3 or 4 running backs in there and he only get 5-6 carries a game, that's not gonna work for every running back. Some running backs need to be fed. Sometimes you got to go old school and feed the running back, and that's what they did last year. Drew Brees don't have he not young enough, his arm not spry enough to be throwing it 50, 60 times a game. And that's why New Orleans was losing the year before that. They got to get back to running the ball. You see, now that Ingram not there, they're not running the ball effective enough, and now their defense is falling behind. Now Drew Brees, he can't really put the points up like that no more because his arm, you know what I'm saying, and be as potent as he wanted to. The running game was very, very important, and Mark Ingram was very important to that, as well as Alvin Kamara, to the overall success of the Saints. Now, if you need Drew Brees in the playoff game to win you a shootout through the air, he can and win a couple regular seasons like that, but he's no longer going to be the guy that throw it up 40, 50, 60 times a game. He should really be throwing it 30 and under and letting them running back, especially when Ingram come back and Kamara, handle the load and just dinking and ducking in the flats and letting them handle that work down there. And it's showing how important Mark Ingram is. You know what I'm saying? And they best to pay him. If he come back, now I know he's working down there, out down there in Lane Kiffin, allow him to come to FAU and stay in shape. If he come back and he put numbers up, please believe me, Mark Ingram about to get paid. This drug suspension is about to be water under the bridge. People going to see how important he is, and they're going to try to snatch him from snatch him from New Orleans. You might see Carolina try to get him and come do a 1-2 punch with Christian McCaffrey, okay? You might see people in that division try to get him. Tampa Bay can use him. You know what I'm saying? Mark Ingram is a talent. Sean Payton just didn't want to let that talent shine until he had no other reason to but to let it shine. He said, shit, Drew Brees old. You know, we got to find a way to change our offense a little bit. How about run the ball? Get this Kamara kid. When he went to go work out Kamara at Tennessee Pro Day, Kamara wasn't even going to work out at the Pro Day. Sean Payton convinced him to say, get in street clothes. I want to see if you can run these routes. And the former Alabama Crimson Tide, and then he left as a Tennessee Volunteer. Alvin Kamara killed the little personal workout. He killed the route running, and they got a gym. You know, in the third or fourth round, they got Alvin Kamara and whatever it was, and they started running the ball. And they said, damn, Mark Ingram, he just didn't have 1 or 2 games, and we said, oh, he can do it now. He consistently putting games back to back. Now we handling the ball and feeding the beast. That's what you got to do with certain running backs. And they fed the beast. And they found something last year. That running game was the most integral, important part to that team's success last year. It allowed the defense and Drew Brees to do their thing. Allowed the defense to play with leads. They played time of possession. They wore the other team defense out and allowed Drew Brees to go down the field and slice and dice them up. And you got to understand the importance of the running game, man. If you can run the ball, your playbook is open because now you're seeing second and third, second and fourth, third and manageables. Then you can take shots down the field on second down and off the play because people fearing you're going to run it on second and third or second and fourth. That's one of the most important and quarterback-friendly things is a running game, man. If your offensive line can run block, but they all right at pass blocking, you still can win the Super Bowl and succeed because you're going to keep the other defense off. You're going to keep the defense off balance. But, put some respect on the Flint native name. Michigan made Mark Ingram like myself, man. And I hope you come back, hit the ground running, come back clean. But don't forget, Saturday night, 10:30 Eastern p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a live show, Week 2 review, Week 3 preview with Pick'ems to see how we did last week in the Pick'ems as well, too. Come join us this Friday. It might be a little bit earlier. I put an invite up. Much blessings to all the brothers and sisters across the way supporting TBC and more. I know we talk more than boxing, sports galore. We gone.